Hello, how are you, Ichiro?
Good.
Okay, before starting the lesson, you wanna ask me something first?
Oh,
Hmm. So, how about your project, Ichiro?
it's already in the
Can you share your screen whenever you're ready? Okay, there we go. Okay, wow, you are using at media. We haven't talked about that yet, but that's pretty cool. Let's see, please, Ichiro. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is great. Wow, the great website. Okay, the best football. Okay, what is your favorite club, Ichiro?
Manchester City.
Man City. Okay, that's great one. And who's your favorite player?
Messi.
Lionel Messi. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, I don't really know about football, Ichiro. I just know about two best players in the world. Yours first, and then Cristiano Ronaldo. And other than that, I don't know. Okay? Okay, Ichiro. Thank you so much. Now I need you to. Oh, I think you have to submit the task first, Ichiro. You can open the platform, lesson 4, and then submit the link, or you can just do the checklist stuff. Can you?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. While I prepare for your lesson today, are you done?
No.
Okay. Here's, let me share my screen. I want to show you uh, what should you do. Over here, Ichiro, you can open lesson 4 over here. And then, yep, for this one, you can do the checklist because you did that. Aha, like that. That's all. Okay, that's all, Ichiro. Done? If so, Ichiro, so I'm gonna go to the lesson. Could we?
Yes.
You can keep open your microphone. Don't worry, Ichiro. And yeah, maybe we have to interact while the class is conducting. Okay, Ichiro. So today we're gonna talk about selectors and classes. I believe that both of us, Ichiro, basic initially, have learned about selectors and classes. But something that I do believe also is it's like the term is quite rare, but I believe the lesson or the content of the term or the content of the label it's quite common for each year. Now, what does it mean, selectors and classes? Well, when we want to implement style in our website, we need to use inline way. And to do that, we have to say in each tag of your website or your HTML stuff, you need to say style and then what kind of property, just like background color here, Ichiro. And then you need to put the value of the property and the other property separated by semicolon. Now, can we do the styling in other way? Yes, we can. We have two more ways to do that, Ichiro. One way we call it as a internal way, internal way, and then the second is external way, external, excuse me, external. And we need this of these methods, both of them, in certain situations. I mean, like sometimes we need to use internal way, sometimes we need to use external one. Now, what things that we're gonna learn today is about how we can, or we're gonna learn about another way to implement your CSS code onto your website. Okay, Chiro? So the goal for today is you learn how to separate the site structure from the description of its appearance, and then to master the skills of describing styles with the new tool, and then to learn how to style a specific section on web pages. Okay, let's talk about the basic of CSS. Remember, Ichiro, CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, which means that this is something for styling your web. Now, well, whenever you want to use CSS or whenever you want to implement a styling with your with CSS, you need to use something like at least one of these three ways. First is inline, second internal, and then the third is external one. Now, this is how we can create or implement a style as external way here. So each HTML has its own file, and then CSS has its own file also. So this is, we call it as an external way. Now, what's something that we call it as a selectors and classes then? Well, selector means that when Ichiro wants to implement a style, especially in a certain division or in a certain, let's say H1, H2, or H3, you have to mention that tag inside your CSS. That's called as a selector here, just like P. So when you say P here, it means that, okay, I select the P on my HTML, and then I want to implement the red color over there, something like that. Got it, Ichiro?
Yes.
Okay, great. The next thing is property. What does it mean? Property basically is the value inside the things. And I mean, value is, inside selector. And then you should use curly brackets here and then put property. Property is something like parameters that you can use to style your website, just like color, background image, and many more. Now, the value is the value of each property. Just like maybe for the color, it's going to be green, red, or blue, or something else. It depends on your. Now, also, we can do something like select something, or if you want to implement a color or a style onto your website, you can use an attribute. Now, what does an attribute mean? Well, an attribute means that something like this here. So this one we call it as a type is disk. Now, when you want to implement the color, maybe dark violet into this kind of tag, so you have to specify its attribute. So this one we call it as a selector also. That's what I want to tell you. Now, how about the classes? Well, the class is something just like this here. Wait, where are you class? Aha. So another way to implement a style onto our web is we can put the word class on our HTML tag, and then this is how we can do that. So this is the tag, and then this is the class. So let's say I have now a class, the name is main text. Now, when I want to implement a style over this element, I need to mention this class by using dot as the sign. So dot main text, the name of the class, and then what kind of property that you want to implement, that you want to apply. And then the other thing about implementing stuff is we also know about this one, Ichiro. It's pretty simple, but it's quite powerful. That is everything or universal selector. What does it mean? When you implement this universal selector, it means that you wanna implement or apply any kind of property on your HTML. And if you don't have specified terms, just like ID or classes, it means that it will implement on there. So that's how we can implement this CSS here. Now, let me show you on our platform, lesson 5, and then I'm gonna give you an example here. One, okay. So the task is we have to create something like this here. Could you see? And this one has now, it's not only one tab, now you have two tabs here, HTML and CSS. But I want to show you how to do that straight on the PS code because I think it's kind of needed now. Okay, Jiro, let me show you quickly, okay? Okay, let me open my front end course, and then this is gonna be lesson 5. Okay, I'm gonna create ichiro.css and then ichiro dot excuse me ichiro.html. Okay, so in ichiro.html, ichiro, we just need to do something like code for HTML stuff, uh, implementation. Okay, and then I'm gonna create something funny here, just like hello world, excuse me, and then I believe that we have fight for our also yours. Okay, and then I'm gonna create UL here, and then UL consists of something like I don't know, software engineer, and then I'm gonna create something like AI engineer, and then something like data scientist, and many more. Okay, it goes. Little typo here, scientist, data scientist. Okay, it goes. Now, when I open this with my live server, I will see something like this. There is no style here. It's completely boring if we see as students. Now, when Ichiro wants to implement the style, the previous lesson taught us about inline way, which means we have to say style in each uh, step we want to implement. And then background color, it's going to be, let's use BSK. This is my favorite one for the website. And then you will have something like this here. Okay. Now it's quite boring if we do that in each of our text, our tag, which means that we have to use another way. Another way to do that is you can mention the CSS over here, So before the head ended, you have to say style, and then you need to mention the tag. So I'm gonna say body, and then I'm gonna say font, family, let's use career, let's say. And then you will have something like this, And then let's say for the P, I'm gonna make it red, color, it's gonna be red. Okay, like this, Okay, just like that. Now the next thing, I wanna tell you is how we can do that in other way. Well, in other way, you have to put ichiro.css file. And then you have to connect this file, by saying something like this link, and then relation is you have to specify the relation by saying style sheets, and after that you have to provide the source of this one by saying href, and then ichiro ichiro.css, and then there we go, you have it. Now, I want to show you how I can implement the everything's or the universal selector in our website. You just need to say star like this, and then let's say box sizing or border is gonna be 3 pixel solid red. And there we go. Now, if I run the code, I will have everything has been in a box because I add this style, the universal style inside my CSS. The other thing that Ichiro should know is maybe Ichiro wants to make the hello world in the exactly in the middle. So you just need to say H1 text align, it's gonna be center. And now you'll have something like this, Ichiro. I'm gonna say box shadow here, like that, Ichiro. Could you see? That's all. How we can implement a CSS. Do you have question, Ichiro?
No.
If no question, now I'll give you an example how we can solve this kind of problem. Or you can pick which number, Ichiro. Part 1, part 2,
Part 2.
part 2. Number? Which number?
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay, let's see. Optimize the CSS. Okay. Wow, it's Esther Egg from Google. And this is the result. And okay, let's see here. What can I do for you? Okay, first, the CSS it's already done. What does it mean is we do not need to do anything here. We just need to connect the CSS and oh, I think it doesn't like that. Okay, seems like when we see the I don't know, speak that in English, but this is kind of the overlay here. So it's like it's not right for now for the result. So we need to change that. And then it says transfer derivative style of the PH text during the body. Since the P and H1 text are inside the body, they inherit style from the body, which optimize the code. Okay. Interesting. So I'm gonna do this first, Ichiro. I'm gonna put the body here and then the image here. Since the P and H1 text are inside the body, what should we do? It seems like, okay, so this is how we can do that. Ichiro. Link and then relation gonna be style sheet and then, but I don't believe we need to do this. There's no href. Hold on, Ichiro. What's happening here? I think we need to make the image radius, it's around 300 or it's 400. It's quite large. Now I'm gonna use this. I think it's around 350. And then the height gonna be, I guess it's 250 pixels. And let's see. Okay, I think it's 350 also. No, how about 300? No, I don't think just like that. No, it's not. What's wrong with this, Ichiro? What's going on? There is no, since the P, I don't know what should we do here. I mean, there is no other hint here. So, interesting. Let's see the algo documentation. Okay, I'm gonna put this. Okay. Oh, we just need to remove this, Ichiro. Oh yeah, I guess. We just need to remove this and this. Okay. Yeah, and then put that over here and run the code. Yeah, we're right. Okay, Chiro. Now it's your turn. You can share your screen, Chiro. Number five, Chiro. Number one, or whatever. Just the correct statement. To bind CSS file to an HTML page, you need to use the link exactly. Yeah. No, not exactly. The link is supposed to be in the header, in the head tag. It's not inside the body tag. False. CSS is the language used to describe the periods. Exactly. Wow. Interesting. Selector, curly brackets, Ichiro. And then property, column, value, semicolon. Column, value, semicolon, and the last is closing bracket. Number three. Okay. Okay. You need to implement the style and then it's gonna be like that. How, Ichiro? What should you do? Yeah, you need to go to the CSS and then implement the style in the body tag, mhm, in the H1 and in the P. And the style is on the description, Ichiro. You can see the description. There we go. That's for the body. What the hell? Okay, I know. So, can I see the website, the HTML, Ichiro? Okay, the H1 is purple and then the P is just text here. Okay, we need to make the purple and just text in the middle. So to do that, you need to say on the CSS Ichiro, you need to say on the line 4, hit enter, text align, colon, center. Oh, excuse me, it's not over there. It's at line 2, Ichiro, because we need to implement the text align in the first selector. That is the body. So over line 2, you need to say text dash align, colon, center, semicolon. And after that, in H1, you need to implement color style. H1, Ichiro, color, column, I think it's purple. Semi-column. And then for the P, I don't know. What should we do for? You can run the code first, Ichiro. Run the code. Checklist. Interesting. I think what the hell? It's already done. Okay, what do you wanna do? Feel free, Ichiro. Font, font size, 20 pixel. Okay, let's see. Checklist didn't work still. Hmm. Can I control you? Alright. Um, think we do not need this, except we do something like, what's wrong? Try to use my code, teacher. Just need to. Okay, done, Ichiro. Next number. Come on, Ichiro. Can I powder my nose? Ichiro?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm back, Ichiro. Come on. How would you do that, Ichiro? Seems like interesting. Oh my god. Exactly. And then it's like a list with an ordered list. Okay, that's P. Mm-hmm. And after that, I don't think so, Ichiro. It's supposed to be like this, Ichiro. Let me control it. So this is gonna be the Li, and then this is gonna be Li. And also this one supposed to be Li, and this one Li, then this one Li. For the last one, and then we need to put the UL exactly over there. Now run the code. Excuse me, it's supposed to be ordered, please. Not unordered, but ordered. And wow, it's done, Chiro. Interesting. Okay, next, Ichiro. Next. Okay, think it's gonna be a little tricky there. I think you need to use, hmm, let's see your solution. Fighting, Ichiro. How about the word whom and the press spirit base before me? Come on, Ichiro. Hmm. I think that's right. Now for the poem, you need to see here. I think the poem goes to be H1. So this one is gonna be H1, Ichiro. H1. And after that, this one, then it's gonna be H2. And then let's try to run the code. Okay, we did that. Now it says use the put the whole text in the poem in the pre-tag. There we go. But doesn't work. Okay, for the CSS, Ichiro. Okay, I think we can use this for the body tag. We need to add this over here. Zero needs to say body, curly brackets, and then like this. And then for the free tag, free, you can put this one, Ichiro, padding, and there we go. What is this? Oh, this is goes to be border. Okay, and then the last one, can you do that, Ichiro? For the H1 tag? Wow, interesting. Number five, number six, excuse me. Number seven. Okay, how would you solve this problem, Ichiro? Come on, Ichiro. Wow, interesting picture. Wow, I think it says hello, Ichiro. Like that, I guess. Ah, could you see? Come on, Ichiro. Here on the CSS, Ichiro, this is the thing that you need to do. Can I annotate your screen, Ichiro? Aha, so this is the thing that you need to do, Ichiro. Implement styling like that. Come on, Ichiro. On the CSS. Put here. Mm-hmm. Color is green. Nice, Ichiro. Ta-da! Hooray, Ichiro. Okay. Okay. Next part, Ichiro. Let's answer three questions here and then we can break. What are the classes designed for? To specify the name of an element. The second one, I guess. That's closer than the third one. Yeah, the second one. Number two, dot button red. It's medium priority. Priority. H1? No, it's low. Ichiro. That's the highest. Exactly like that. I'm gonna copy my code for you here. You can go to the CSS, Ichiro. Mm-hmm. You just need to remove this, Ichiro. Oh, hold on. Yeah, no, 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 no. Remove this one and this one. Also this one, Ichiro. And then this one, you need to cut that and put it over here. Run the code. There we go. Okay. You wanna break it, Ichiro? It's enough, or you wanna continue?
Mm, right.
Okay, you can stop your screen sharing. So Ichiro, what did we learn today? Can you give me the, the recapitulation stuff?
Selector and class.
What does selector mean, and what does class mean, Ichiro? Mm-hmm.
Class is finally is a section of a web page.
Okay, that's great. Thanks. Definition. Uh-huh. And how about selector? It's the it's the tag. Okay, Ichiro? That's the tag. Okay. What do you think about today's lesson, Ichiro? It's that hard or it's easy?
Easy.
Easy. Can you tell me how many methods can we use for implementing CSS onto our web? No idea?
Now
It's three methods. First is inline, second internal line, and the third is external line. Okay, Chiro? I do appreciate what did you do today, Chiro. So in that case, I want to say thank you so much, and let me give you some coins because of that. Can you see my screen, Chiro?
S
I'll give you, how about 30 coins for today, Chiro? Ichiro, don't you wanna join a competition that Algonova's held?
O
No? Why? Okay, Ichiro, I'm done for adding you coins. I want to say thank you, and in the next lesson, we're gonna learn about CSS also, Ichiro, but we will dig deeper by talking about what kind of selector that we can use also besides that selectors today's lecture. Do you have question or something to tell me before I end this meeting, Ichiro?
no.
If so, thank you so much for today, and I'll see you in the next meeting, Ichiro. Okay?
I
Bye.